All right, so another day, and we are back at it. This is the last one in this async JavaScript because we are doing hard problems today. So I did a bit of revision and I was seeing the syntax and stuff. So let's try. This is the first one. By the way, this one has the tests, so it will be easy to kind of see what's going on and yeah. So first of all, this one we have to write a function that returns a promise that resolves after n seconds have passed, where n is passed as an argument to the function. So they have already given the body, same here as well. So this is the function. Uh, it says wait, the function name, and the n is passed as an argument to function. So we have to return a promise, and let's create a promise. This is what I remember so far, and then we return the promise at the end. Now promise has a function which takes resolve as an argument, and then there is the function body. So it should resolve after n seconds have passed. So maybe we can do set timeout. Uh, set timeout, and then we can give resolve and do n into 1000. So it resolves after n seconds have passed. I think this is it. Let us just try and test. This is how we get the test. So it's taking some time, I guess. Maybe it might be checking. Okay, yeah. Resolves after 1 second, resolves after 2 seconds, and 3 seconds. So that is that for this one. That was relatively easy. I guess the next ones will be harder, but let's see. So write a function that halts the JS thread, make it busy, wait for a given number of milliseconds. During this time, the thread should not be able to do anything else. The function should return a promise just like before. Okay. I think there is already some sleep functionality built in JavaScript. But let me just do the thing or the syntax that we already know. And it is returning the promise just like before. Okay, that's the body. During this time, it should not be able to do anything else. Sleep. But where do we implement that? Let me search real quick. How to use sleep in JS. Oh, it does not have built-in function. Then why was there sleep things? So this is like async await syntax. Await sleep 2000. Sleep 2000, then return maybe. I don't know. Let's try. Oh, sorry. Dot, then my bad. and inside dot then uh, maybe we can return it. So like this, the arrow function. Let's move it be here. Return p. Let's see what is this name. Sleep completely test.js. Right. To sleep completely test.js. Okay. So to use dot then, cannot read. Oh, maximum call stack size exceeded. Or maybe we can just resolve here and then return the p here. Let's see. Again, there is some maximum call stack thing. So it's going on forever for some reason. So this is the promises syntax. New promise, function resolve. We're doing something, then we are returning. So dot then is different thing. Okay. Can we use set timeout again? Maybe. Yeah, we can, right? Because set timeout. Shit, I don't want this version, bro. Set timeout resolve milliseconds. Yes. Then it's the same thing, right? We are not doing anything different here. Here it's just n, and then we are multiplying with the 1000 milliseconds is 1 second. Here we are just passing the milliseconds instead of. Okay, cool. We have 2 more left. Okay, this one seems a bit complicated, but let's see. Are we recording? Yes, okay. Write 3 different functions that return promises that resolve after T1, T2, T3 respectively. Write a function that uses the 3 functions to wait for all 3 promises to resolve using promise.all. Return a promise.all which return the time in millisecond it takes to complete the entire operation. Okay. So these things, I guess it's the standard function. Then this calculate thingy is going to be a bit different. Okay. So let's say we define. Oh shit! Just a second. Okay. So we define new promise. And that resolve after T1, T2, T3 second respectively. So again, it will be set timeout with resolving after T, and it is returning P. I guess we can just copy that and paste it three different functions that return promises, that is after t1, t2, t3. Okay, so these are their times respectively. Now write a function that uses the three functions to wait for all three promises to resolve using promise.all. So let's search how to use promise.all. Let me open the MDN docs as well. Okay, promise.all, then you're passing all of those three, and the values we are directly console logging. Here I guess we can add the values. So let's try promise.all wait 1, wait 2, and wait 3, and then we are, oh sorry, shit, I always forget this dot then thing. Dot then inside, and then okay, dot then t, I guess, and this should be closed here. Console.log values, and what we have to do, return the time in millisecond it takes to complete the entire operation. Then values is equal to maybe plus equal to okay, let me cd into this folder and see myself how is it running. Node three promise all.js. Sorry, I need to call the calculate time function with, let's say, 1, 2, and 3. And it returns function wait 1, function wait 2, function wait 3. Dot then values, console.log values. But how do we get the function's value or whatever the return value was? No, but it is returning promise itself. So we have to, shit, okay. It is giving out their values, so it should print out an array or any other iterable object containing then catch. Promises. Okay, yeah, this one. Yeah, but that's the thing. We want to see the values. One promise is rejected. So basically, this is returning an array which has weight 1, weight 2, and weight 3, those functions. Because obviously, those are the ones that we have passed here. What did they pass here? It is P1, P2, P3, which is what? A new promise, which is resolve, and it's basically resolving. Okay. Yeah, so it should give the value that. Uh, hmm. What should we change here, and how should I use this T1, T2, 3, T3? That I don't understand. Oh shit, okay. We need to pass the values maybe? Yeah, that must be it. Okay, now let's see what it returns. Okay, undefined, undefined, undefined. And why might be that? Hmm, mm, mm, mm. There is no point adding either, maybe. See, here it is logging the promise. You will find destructuring the very useful if you are batching together number of tasks. Dot then. Oh, okay. Let me use it like that then. T1, T2, T3, and let's just console.log them. Hmm. No luck. It is still saying undefined. Let me maybe remove these and then try. But it is giving function again. And this is not being used. I think we need to use this here somehow. Then only we'll get the value, because resulting array of values is exams. Oh, okay, whatever. Uh, You have multiple independent asynchronous tasks you want to run concurrently to improve performance, fetching data from several API. Okay. If you need different behavior, no, we just need this behavior only. Let me maybe see another document. Uh, all promise fulfills with an array containing fulfilled values of the promises. The order of promises, there it does matter. Yeah, we saw that. Promise 1 pending, fulfilled value 1, fulfilled value 2. Okay, so it only resolves after all of them gets done. Okay, so this is returning a new promise. This is also returning a new promise. So in promise.all, what we need is to pass that argument there is no async though. How are they using await here? The hell? See this function and our wait function here. It's the same thing because we are returning a new promise which has resolve, which is resolving after a set timeout function, and then we are returning it. And it's expecting value and delay. In our case, it's just expecting the second. So let me remove this then, and okay, let me maybe store it in something. Const fulfilled, and then const time is equal to await fulfilled, or should I do it inside the function? Yeah, see, the await is issue here. I don't know. This does not seem right. There is no await, there is no async, and they are using await. See here also. Okay, let's see Stack Overflow. Return promises, that is all after. Write a function that uses the three function to wait for all three promises resolved using promise.all. Return a promise.all which return. Oh, should I just return this? I don't think so. Let me try and do the test. Ah, shit, it's not this one. Okay, let it just finish. Okay. What is it? 3 promise all. 3 promise all. Huh. Received has type array and received has value undefined, undefined, undefined. Okay, so it is undefined for some reason. Let me see the syntax again. Promises all dot then function. I think it was, no, it was outside. Dot then. There must be a function. Let's say just a normal function which adds I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Undefined, yes. Okay. I think I'll have to go to the chat that I was already using for this. Yes. Let me give the problem. This is the problem I'm dealing with, and this is the solution that I'm writing, but it is returning undefined. Can you guide me how to think about it and how to approach it, maybe? Yeah, let's just keep it there. Welcome to the world of asynchronous JS. Wow. You aren't returning the promise. If a function doesn't explicitly return something, it returns it undefined by default. Oh shit. Const uh, all promises okay. I don't think it's gonna work or anything, but I saw one critical issue. Okay, one passed. Shit. Calculates the time for 0 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Received 12. Received 16. Maybe we need to multiply it with. No, but it received 16, right? 457. So that is. Oh. Oh, okay. So we are returning like. Ah, shit, 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 shit. My bad, my bad, my bad. We don't need to add them. Can we use maximum? Is there a max function? I think there is in math library. Yes. Now let's see. Again, they failed. How are you receiving 6 now, bruh? Oh, shit, shit, shit. And 2000 as well. Yeah, let's just remove the space. Yay, let's go. Although I still need to understand what's exactly happening here. But okay, that's what this was explaining, I guess. Uh, calculate time function. It is not you call this that, but the function itself doesn't return that call. You need to put a return keyword right in front of it. Parallel versus sequential. Problem asks you to use promise.all when you use the all the promise start at the same time. If you have 3 times 1, 2, 3, you wait for 1, then 2, and then 3, 6 second total. Uh, and parallel, you start all 3 at once. So it takes, I think this is the one we are dealing with, right? Yes. To find the time it takes to complete the entire operation, you should record the time right before starting, right after finishing. Here is how you should structure it to pass the requirements, return new promise, resolve set timeout. Oh, okay. If I multiply here, then I guess I don't need to down there. I'm not sure. Let's just try. Mm, is it running into some error? Okay, so this is telling us to do it with like start time and end time. Just a second, I'll be right back. All right. Uh, Sorry for the break, but let's go. So it has said seconds here. So here we do need to multiply it with 1000 no matter what. And here we are passing the second. So I guess there is no harm in multiplying that with 1000, but let's see. Again, I guess there might be some issue. Or it might be that this is a long time. No, it did pass. But why did it take this much time? That's the thing here. Let me call wait one with like 2. Let me. Oh, sorry. So it says 2 promises are pending. Let me remove this. Now let's try. So it is waiting for 2 seconds. But how does set timeout figure that out? That is what I am thinking. The problem says the inputs are in seconds, but set timeout expects milliseconds. So we need to, okay, so yeah, it is saying we need to pass, and if we don't do that, then what is happening? Okay, it is directly resolving it without waiting for any time. So I guess, yeah, I think this is the right thing. And okay, anything else? By returning promises dot all, person calling calculate time can now use dot then or await on it to get the final result. Pro tip: using a async await. Async function calculate time. Yeah, I think async await syntax is much better. But let me try and understand this one. And first, let me also run it. Uh, where is the issue? Oh, sorry. But let me also do this. Okay. So I did solve it, but there is still something unclear to me. Have a look at both of these codes and their outputs when tested and tell me what is happening. Also, explain the code properly. Code in detail. Code 1. Without any its output. Code 2. And its output as well. I kind of understand, but then again, I still want to make things clear. So, uh, we already have, we also have one more problem to solve, by the way. This is a fantastic observation. You've essentially discovered the difference between simulating a result and actually performing the work. Both codes pass because the test suite likely only checks if the final number returns is correct. However, the internal behavior is completely different. The smoking gun, what the fuck? Milliseconds versus seconds. The core difference lies in how you handle T parameter and set timeout. Code 1 speedster, fake waiting. It looks like this. If the test passes T1 is equal to 3, your code waits for 3 milliseconds. However, calculate time returns 3000. Okay, so 18 millisecond, that's all it takes, and the test is correct. You told me it took 3000 millisecond. The real deal, actual waiting. In code 2, you fix the units, 3 full seconds. The test suite has to sit there and wait for timers to finish. This is why it took. Okay. As it's the correct implementation. Okay, yes. The wrapper function, it is wait 1, wait 2, wait 3. Set timeout is a callback function, and we promisify it with using this whatever gibberish. So when you call wait 1 passing 3 milliseconds, wait or passing 3, it returns a promise that says stays in the pending state for 3 seconds. Yes, because we have the set timeout set as 3 into 1000. Once the timer hits 0, resolve is called and the promise moves to fulfilled state. And the parallel execution. This is the most important, yes, because that's what we needed to do. But runner 1 finishes in 3, runner 2 in 7, and 3 in 10. Because they started together, the race is over when the slowest runner finishes. 10 seconds. This is why your code uses maximum. And dot then chain. Uh, Here it is saying a function let total time maximum of all of them, return that and return the promises. The then block only executes after every single promise in the array has resolved. Okay. And if t3 is the largest value, the code waits for t3 seconds and then executes this function to return the total time calculated in millisecond. I code slightly higher than you notice calculates time 1 in 3000. Oh yes, this due to JavaScript event loop set timers generates a minimum delay, not an exact one. Okay. 16 millisecond is extra. To notice the timer is done, push the resolve call back into task and wait for call stack to be empty. So those waits might be API calls or database queries. Uh, okay, yeah. Async await. I guess let me try it first. Uh, so there's nothing different in this syntax, right? Let p new promise function resolve set timeout resolve and return. Yeah, the only thing we need is this function. So let me rewrite it as async function. Name is calculate time. Parameters are t1, t2, and t3. Okay. So we can await for promise.all, which will do wait 1 with its time t1, wait 2 with its time t2, and wait 3 with its time t3. So after awaiting, we can do this operation. But then how will we return this promise? Hmm. This had the syntax. Oh, maybe we don't need to return the promise. Let's see. Shit. I'm not saved it. Sorry. $20. or an error. Let's see which one. Yay! Fuck yeah. So this is like smaller, I guess, but these become larger. What was it though? 20 point what? Then this. Oh, here it will be right. 20.557. This is 20.673. But whatever. So this is obviously much, much, much more cleaner because here what we are doing is we are uh, getting the all promises and we are waiting for them to finish, and then we are doing dot then, and then we are passing the function again, and then we are doing the operation. Here what we just need to do, async function we are writing. So we are awaiting till this all of these promises resolve, and then we are saying the total time should be this thing, and then we are just returning the total time. Cool. So that is done. Uh, dot then way async await way. Great. Let's move on to the last one. Okay. Write three different functions that return promises. Okay. Write a function that sequentially calls all of these three functions in order. Return a promise chain which return the time in milliseconds it takes to complete the entire operation. Compare it with the results. Shit. Okay. Let me just copy these as it is and just paste it here. Okay. That's the same. Wait for all three promises to resolve using promises.all. Now we need to call that sequentially. There was it here? No, I think it was in this MDN thing. Sequen. Oh, was it not here? Where did I that parallel? Where did I read that parallel and sequential thingy? Was it in here? Okay. Okay, someone is saying this code will execute promises in sequence to this code. Let me just search, I guess. How to sequentially call three functions in order. What the hell? Okay. Return a promised chain, which return the time in millisecond it takes. So I think it is const. Uh, Let me say proms is equal to wait one with t1, then it will fuck. I always, what was it? Okay, this, yeah, not that one. That was callback. Okay, okay, dot then wait to dot then. Here also we return the promise, but what we were doing is, I guess here we need to write a function that does exactly the same thing as here. Let total time is equal to it won't be max, right? This time it will be t1 plus t2 plus t3 into, and then return prompts. I hope this should work. Again, I'm not sure. Let's just try the only way to find out. Shit. All right. Let us see. Let's go, brother. So, what happened here? Let me look at the tests. Okay. First test was calculates time 1. Expect difference to be greater than or equal to 6,000, less than 7,000. 3 to 6 and 1. Yeah. Then 10, 1, 1, 12, 13. Okay. And then 0, 0, 0. Okay. So what we did here was, last time we had used this promises, which started all of them sequentially, and then we were doing the calculation. Here, what we are saying is execute this when it resolves, then this, when that resolves, then that, and when that resolves, then do this, call this function. do the calculation, return the total time, and then at the end return the promise chain. This is I guess I wrote, yeah, let me just say using promises here also. And the time it took was 11 seconds. And why is that? Because it calculated time 1, this thing, in 1018 millisecond, which is 1 second. Oh, fuck. Twice that. Isn't isn't this like reverse? Because that took like what? So much time. Let me also do it. Async await way. So I'll just write, comment this out. Await. Uh, wait even. What did we do here? Oh shit. How will we write it now? How can we await for wait t1, then wait t2, then wait t3? Is that how? I don't know. I don't think so. Ah, okay, okay, okay. We'll have to write them separately. And then do the thingy. But it is explicitly asking to return a promise chain. So I'm not sure. Hmm. Ah, shit, shit, shit. I copied that, but I forgot that we need to add them up. Okay. This time it took. Damn, this interesting. Sorry. Let me drink some water. Shit, that was. Yeah, I thought so. Because if this was, doing it sequentially, then there's no freaking way that it would do it faster than that. And that to like 11 seconds. What's happening when you write inside, then you're executing function immediately. Oh. So I almost started them at the same time. Shit, okay. Acing away is actually correct. And I think that's the better way again, because you see, we are doing this dot then dot then dot then here, which is so fucking confusing. And here we are just writing await for the first, await for the second, await for the third, and then do whatever the hell you want to. Okay, so it does, yeah, show the correct time. Greater than or equal to 6,000. Yeah, see? Less than 7,000. 12,000, 13,000, and less than 100. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, Let me first fix the promises thing real quick and then I'll see the comparison. So it was wait and then. Oh, okay, we don't need that. Sorry, let me just. Look at this fucking ugly syntax, dude. That's. That's why I never got around with this because async await is like so much more intuitive and easier to get, and this callbacks and dot then is just goddamn. I mean, no wonder it's called callback hell, but yeah, 18.625. Cool. So this is fixed now. So let me comment it out. Use our async await only, and let me just see the comparison. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, that I got it. Like it took 3 seconds for all those. Where was it? This is the correct one, right? Yeah. Let me also pull up the test so we can. It is 123 123 10 11 457 is okay. That one is different here, but yeah, for that it was 3, which was maximum of them. Here it is 6, which is adding up to them. Ah, okay, okay. Shit, my bad. So this does not have that middle one, so that's why it is taking lesser seconds. Cool. All right. All right. All fucking right. So here it will be 3, 7, and 10. So it will be 20. And here it will be just 12 plus 6, it should be 18. Okay, cool. I got it. So it was missing this arrow function and wait 2 and 3 started while this one was still running. So it would took only 11 seconds before, because it was finishing each case in the time of the longest time. Not so longest time is like uh, 10 here and maybe 1 from here. So yeah, and here it's just 0. expects a function definition. Yeah, dot then basically expects a function definition. So which will be like whatever, anything, a function like we have defined here, and not directly a function, not a function call basically. Yeah. So do something. This is a function call. But if we are defining a function and then calling do something, then it is right. Yeah, cool. So that is it. We have solved all of 4 problems in like what, 1 hour 16 minutes, and most of the time it was like 3 and 4 because was like done in 5-10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I don't know. So yeah, but yeah, I think a good revision for me for this promises thingy, syntax and stuff. So callbacks I've seen, async function, promises, and other things. So I revised that and then did the problems. So it was good revision. I think we are ready to move on tomorrow, which will be easy is done, mediums are done, hards are done. So this is done. And then we just have remaining this file server and the to do server. So here we'll start with Express and actually write small server which will listen to the stuff and basically do stuff on backend. So yeah, I guess that is it. So after this, I can finally jump into week 3, which I have not studied yet, but I'll study and then I'll obviously do the problems. So there is middlewares, which has 3 problems or maybe 4, 3 I guess. And there is JWT, which has 1 problem. There is Mongo, which also has 1 problem, I guess. And then finally Mongo with JWT authentication. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. We are finally done with asynchronous JavaScript for this course and the assignments. And tomorrow we start with Express. I guess that's it for today. If you watched till now, thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.